Just before I get started with this review, I would like to say that this is the very first Big Finish audio that I've listened to, so this isn't me judging it based on the quality of this Big Finish audio. This is purely me basing it as a fan of Doctor Who. So I'm not going to be making comparisons to other Big Finish adventures. This is purely, my enjoyment of the story. So the first Big Finish audio that I listened to was Old Soldiers, which is part of the Doctor Who Companion Chronicles, and it centres around Brigadier Alistair Lethbridge-Stewart, portrayed by the amazing Nicholas Courtney. This story takes place after the events of Doctor Who and the Silurians, which is the second story from the classic Doctor Who season 7 and the third Doctor's second adventure. So the Brigadier goes to Germany after receiving a message from a friend of his called Colonel Conrad, and he goes to this castle where his friend is hospitalized with the German branch of unit stationed there, and he isn't given the warmest of welcomes by the Major Schrader. The Brigadier soon finds out that something unusual has happened to his friend, and that there are ghosts of different soldiers from different points of the past appearing and attacking the unit's soldiers that are at the castle, and the Major of the base is not sharing everything that he knows. This is a brilliant story to hear, in my opinion. It's like the Brigadier is sitting in front of me and drinking a glass of brandy, and he's telling me about his days in unit. It's absolutely great, and I love Nicholas Courtney's performance in this audio. It's absolutely amazing. It's like I'm just listening to him from when he portrayed the character back in the 70s. The story of ghostly soldiers attacking people is really nice to listen to. I love the setup, but the kind of side story to this, where it kind of focuses on the Brigadier and his mindset after the whole incident with the Silurians, is very interesting. I think it's great to listen to, especially for fans of that particular story. And if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you watch it before you listen to this audio, because you will be spoiled if you listen to it. It's definitely worth a watch, and it's fantastic audio to listen to. So there are two people voicing in this audio. One of them is, of course, Nicholas Courtney, and he does the Brigadier, of course, and he also voices the Doctor, which it does sound a little bit odd. He's trying to portray the third Doctor, who was originally played by John Pertwee. It's a little odd, because to me it sort of just felt like the Brigadier was just talking to himself a lot. But towards the end it did get a little bit better in his impersonation of him. The other voice belongs to Toby Longworth, who voices the Colonel and the Major, and he does a good job, but the two voices sound very similar that it really isn't too impressive as such. Like towards the end, when he does the scene as the Colonel, he sounds very much like the Major. I just kind of thought, like, is this supposed to be the Major now? And like towards the beginning of the audio, yes, the Colonel is in bed, and his overall, how do I put it, his overall well-being is very different. He feels very weak, and he's fearing something will happen, whereas the Major is a lot more calm, and he's a lot more stricter, let's say. And their personalities come off in that sense in terms of the tone, but the voices sound just very similar. It just sounds like the same person, but well, it is the same person, but you know what I mean. It's like if you were to compare, like in The Simpsons, like Apu and Mo and Chief Wiggum, they sound very different, but they're voiced by the same character. You don't get that impression here. You can just tell instantly it's the same person. I really like the sound effects for this audio, and I'm not that actually used to listening to audio stories like this. And at one point, when it was raining in one scene, I actually paused it because I actually wanted to look outside, and I thought it was raining at one point, but no, it was just purely from the audio, and I thought it was very well done. All the special effects, the machine gun fire, the music to add to the atmosphere, it was very well done, I thought. Overall, I really enjoyed Old Soldiers. It's absolutely fantastic to hear Nicholas Courtney in the role again of the Brigadier. I know this is actually from 2007, I believe. This is a great story to listen to. I really like the idea of the ghostly soldiers attacking the living unit soldiers. My only real issue was just the voice actors. When they're voicing multiple characters, they just sound like the same character, really. If I was to rank this out of 10, personally I would give this an 8 out of 10 because I just really enjoy it. I'm probably biased just because I love the Pertwee era as the Doctor, and I love unit stories, and I just found this really enjoyable. It wasn't too long either. It's only 60 minutes long. It's just really nice to listen to Nicholas Courtney. I love his portrayal as the Brigadier. I absolutely love it. And I also love this idea that they actually explored the mindset of the Brigadier after Doctor Who and the Silurians. Because in all honesty, it's not my absolute favourite story of season 7, but it is still a pretty good story, and I just do like it. It sort of just continued on from the end almost of the last episode of that story. So that's pretty much it for my very first Big Finish Doctor Who adventure review. This is the very first one that I listened to. If you want me to review more of these, hit that like button and comment down below, because I do have a couple of more that I wanted to try and I still haven't listened to them yet. And just for you guys to know, they are Council of War, which has Sergeant Benton, played by John Lavini. I hope I pronounced that right. And the second one is Infamy of the Zaros, which is the 10th Doctor story. This is like his newest ones, like of trilogy. I heard if you enjoy season 2, you'll enjoy these, so I look forward to listening to this because I love season 2. And also this is actually part of the Companion Chronicles as well, except this is from I think it's 2015 or 2012. There's 2 years on this, so it's one of those two. But if you want me to review these when I listen to them, comment down below. Also, if you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. Comment those down below as well, because there are a few that I've had my eye on online and I am thinking about getting. But if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, hit that like button, and stay up to date with more videos that I will have in the future, and check out other videos that I have on the channel. And overall, I want to thank you guys for checking out this video. Goodbye, and I hope to see you again.